Alright! Hello everybody, hello Void Dweller T and Zarmegas. Welcome back to 428 Shibuya Scramble! Last time we checked in with Tama and we learned her whole situation with that super diet drink that's probably gonna kill us all, and her boss who turned out to be a really nice, funny guy who I was told in Discord that this actor was actually part of this absolutely insane game show that literally dropped him off at places all around the world, or around the eastern part of the world, and just dropped him off with no money and no clothes in random ass rooms, and the object he had to find his way back to civilization is my god. Japanese game shows, you guys. But at the very least, he did get famous for it. He got a ton of money, and you earned this as well. So, oh, hello, Mystery Theater. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god, it's 428 Shibuya Scramble. I think because of the 428 building. I don't know. I forget. Was it? Actually, oh, hello, Chi-chan! Woo! Lovely to have you here. So, last time, oh yeah, no mouse. Fucking hell. God, that's gonna bug me to the very fucking end, I can just tell. That's fine, Chi-chan. You, as soon as you get tired, you can go. Last time, Minorikawa absolutely trashed poor Tama's whole workplace where everything was gonna happen, and she needed the money from this job. Oh my god. So basically a couple of things. I'm probably wrong about Tama being sister in that she seemed to be pretty sure of who she was when she was contacted by the boss. And basically, he begged her to join his group and everything. So yeah, that's probably wrong. Because it seemed like she didn't even know her own name in the beginning. I don't know, but she just seemed like a regular person walking around in that little flashback we saw. And we also saw a bunch of Achi stuff where he got to know Hitomi a lot better, and they're on the run, slowly falling in love. Kano being hot Mr. Edgeworth is always chasing around. But today we're going to try to stop Minorikawa from ruining Tama's workplace, and then we'll go to Osawa for a bit. Alright? See what he's up to. Let's get back into it. Justice! The only thing I can do now is die. The taxi's tires squealed as the cab rounded a corner. The shift in momentum made Minorikawa topple over in the back seat. I know, Chi-chan, isn't it great? I don't have to turn the aircon on.
There we go, 10 minutes on the dot,
the driver announced. Minorikawa righted himself and looked out the window. Shibuya Station.
I knew you could do it, Mr. Kimazuka.
He told the driver how to get to Heaven Publishing. Shouldn't be more than 5 minutes further.
Sir, if I may ask, just what are you in such a hurry over? Son of a bitch! I beg your pardon?
Kimazuka bristled.
Not you! The guy who's waiting on me!
Minorikawa said.
I'm gonna give that son of a bitch a piece of my mind.
Okay. Hopefully stop him from committing suicide. The multi-tenant building where Heaven Publishing had its office came into view. The taxi stopped outside. Minorikawa opened the door as he hurriedly reached for his wallet. Then he stopped. What if the worst should come to pass? I need to take Toyama to the hospital. Should he have the taxi wait here? Or would it be better to call an ambulance?
Sir, is there a problem?
The driver asked. I'm gonna tell him to wait.
Wait here. I'll be right back. For justice.
Minorikawa was out of the cab in an instant and running for the building. Once inside, he avoided the elevator in favor of rushing up the stairs. Heaven Publishing rented out the 3rd and 4th floors. In all likelihood, Toyama would be at the editing department of 4-Star General's Gossip on the 4th floor. When he got there, however, the door was locked.
Mr. Toyama! Hey, Mr. Toyama!
He shouted and banged, but there was no reply. Something was seriously wrong. Minorikawa took a deep breath and then kicked the door in.
For justice. Whoa!
Oh, yep, he stopped him in the nick of time. Toyama was standing on a stool about to slip his head through a noose that hung from the ceiling.
What the hell are you doing?
Minorikawa lunged for Toyama. The two men crashed to the floor in a tangled heap. A pile of clutter slid off a nearby desk and fell on top of them.
Minorikawa, what are you doing?
Toyama whined. Dragging himself back to his feet proved something of a challenge.
That's what I'd like to know.
Minorikawa's fury was mounting.
What the hell is this all about?
He jabbed an accusing finger at the noose hanging in the ceiling.
Oh, that. Oh, one of the fluorescent lights died, and I was just swapping it out.
Yeah, right.
Don't you feed me that bull! What was that phone call all about? That business about how the only thing you could do was die? Tell me! Just a joke.
Yeah, right. Toyama curled his lips into a faint semblance of a smile. Minorikawa wasn't buying it, but he didn't have time to press the issue. A cute little voice echoed through the editing office. Daddy, I'm back from the store. Oh my god, he was gonna have his daughter walk in on this. Wow. A little girl came walking in carrying a length of rubber glass tubing. Okay, so she looks very serious, actually, so I'll give her a different voice. It was Toyama's 5th grade daughter, Hana. Teruo, Toyama's only daughter, currently 10 years old. The night Hana was born at Shibuya Central Hospital, there was an unexpected fireworks display outside the window of the maternity ward. As he looked out at the bustling rockets, Teruo decided to name his daughter Hana, after the Japanese word for fireworks, Hanabi. Interesting. Because Hana also just means flower in Japanese. And it's a common girl's name. Minorikawa stared.
Oh, Toyama, you were planning on using that hose to...
He hesitated to end his sentence with gas yourself to death.
Oh, well, you know, it's almost gas heater season after all. The hell it is!
It was a beautiful, sunny April day outside.
Well, you know how sensitive I am to the cold.
This was getting truly ridiculous. Minorikawa got right up in his face.
Listen, just explain to me what the heck is going on, okay?
He kept his voice low, but his eyes were steely. Hana clung tightly to her father, gazing worriedly up at the two men.
No, it's just...
Toyama let out a long, heavy sigh of resignation. Keep out! I guess then, yeah, we're going directly to Osawa. Okay. You need to jump from another protagonist. A man named Junichi Yamagashita shows up in Tama's story at 11:20. Now let's add a sigh like Toyama's. Try taking the tip for that sigh. Jeez Louise. Okay. Okay, this is crazy. Let's go back to Tama's 11:20. Let's go to the jump.
Don't let it get you down, sir. I say you'll be confident. But Mr. Yamagashita just lets out a soft choke sigh. The very sigh that you need.
Oh my god. Oh, this is kind of awkward.
Jump for justice.
Okay. That was kind of weird. I guess it was to force you to play further into Tama's story. Okay.
No, it's just...
Toyama let out a long, heavy sigh of resignation.
It's the scratch cards that were in 4-star general gossip.
A type of lottery card featuring areas printed with a special silver ink. These silver inked areas can be scratched off with just a fingertip or coin to reveal potential winnings, providing a quick speed lotto fix. In order to prevent the symbols or letters underneath the silver from showing through, the back of the card is printed in black. Somehow you always seem to lose when you got your hopes up, manage to win when you least expect it.
That's where the problem is. And what is the problem? If you shine a light on the cards from the behind, you can see where the winning symbols are. Whoa! Oh, I messed things up dealing with the printing company. All of this.
He gestured vaguely.
It's my fault. My responsibility.
He proceeded to explain the situation in detail. Word was quick to leak on the internet that there was a way to find the winning symbols. And suddenly thousands of cardholders turned up en masse to collect. Headland Publishing was hit with a massive financial liability, and the employees rushed to flee a sinking ship. Before Toyama realized it, he was the only one left at the company, and he was up against the deadline for next month's 4-star general gossip. Oh my god.
If I have to drop next month's issue, I'll be stuck in debt even deeper. And if that happens, I'm finished.
Toyama gave a dismal groan.
So don't drop the issue!
Minorikawa snapped. He pounded his fist right into the side of a cardboard box, but Toyama just shook his head weakly.
I've been up for 3 days straight, trying to fill the pages. It's not enough. I can't do the impossible. You can make the impossible possible. All you have to do is make it so.
He dropped his gaze to the floor. Countless scratch cards lay scattered about. They'd probably been amidst the pile that had fallen off the desk earlier. Each card showed a neat row of 5 win symbols.
You can't know if it's impossible if you don't...
There we go.
You can't know if it's impossible if you don't see it through. I'll never make it in time. The proof needs to be done by 8 o'clock this evening.
The final stage before printing, when the copy or manuscript is checked for errors. Not sending corrected proofs to the printer before the deadline can result in the book or magazine in question not making it onto the shelves in time for release day.
Well then.
Minorikawa thought to himself.
This is quite a pickle.
He let out a sigh, then held his hand out to Hana.
Hana, would you mind giving me that hose?
Hana gave her father a quick look, then handed the rubber hose to Minorikawa.
This won't be necessary!
He tossed the rubber hose into the trash, then jabbed his finger at Toyama.
Show me the layout of the draft proposal for next month's issue!
Toyama blinked a few times in disbelief.
Huh? You can't possibly be serious. I'm trying to help. Now show me the layout for the proposal before I change my mind.
After a brief, incredulous pause, Toyama hurried off to grab the paperwork. A layout, in publishing speak, is an outline of a magazine showing which articles will occupy which pages. Minorikawa gave it a quick once-over, finding that 12 of the pages were still blank and untouched. He wanted to punch whatever writers had been assigned those pages.
See what I mean?
Toyama said.
No problem. We can just fill them with clickbait from the internet. It's hopeless.
He sounded perversely proud of his failure. Getting enough material to fill 12 pages by 8 o'clock. Yeah, it was definitely a tall order, all right.
All right, everybody. Hana, Toyama, think of some top 10 lists. It's time to go. Says who?
Minorikawa replied.
Remember who you're talking to here. You seriously think you can do it? You're joking, right?
Minorikawa shot back.
I seriously know I can do it. For justice. There's nothing in this world that I hate more than a bad joke. Why are you doing this for me?
Toyama was getting misty-eyed.
I'm not doing it for you, you spineless wimp. I'm doing this for poor little Hana. Minorikawa, I'm so sorry.
Toyama bowed his head so deeply, Minorikawa thought he might pull his face through the floor.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to your daughter. Oh, forgive me. Please forgive me, Hana.
Toyama clutched her tightly in his arms. The girl hugged him back on the verge of tears.
Hey now, enough of the waterworks. I've got your backs. Don't you worry about a thing.
Minorikawa picked up the draft proposal for the pages that needed filling. The words Shibuya Scuttlebutt Special were plastered across the cover sheet in big, bold type. Okay, so a 12-page special edition blog on Shibuya. Fair enough. And first on the docket. Shrink yourself in with burning hammer. Oh my god! This reeked of a scam. The only way drinking more of something would make you lose weight would be if it were mixed with a laxative, probably. Still, there wasn't enough time to tweak the layout plan now. According to the proposal write-up, a project demo was scheduled for 1 p.m. that day. Oh my god, I see why he's doing it. God damn it, then I shouldn't have had the taxi waiting for him. The location print on the map was blurry and hard to make out, but Minorikawa had a rough idea where it was. It looked like he didn't have much of a choice but to swing by in hopes of getting more material. He scanned further along into the proposal. Society of Surveillance. Hidden cameras installed throughout Shibuya. The rise and fall of Shibuya's vigilante squad. Where are they now? Washed up screenwriter showcase. Sexy, squared. twins share top prize at local university beauty contest. Okay. Yep, okay. The twins are probably the two girls. Yeah, that makes sense. Shibuya now. Black market organ traffic in Shibuya? Shadowy foreign crime syndicate exposed. Everything just happens to have to do with the plot. Those 7 pieces were to fill the 12 empty pages. That was the plan at any rate. But there wasn't enough material there to make any headway. The Shibuya Now article didn't even have any proposed content. Oh my god, this sucked hardcore. It didn't look like there was much material for the rise and fall of Shibuya's vigilante squad either. The note suggested that a few years prior, a group of youngsters in Shibuya, yep, that's Achi. Achi and his friend turned rival, who he's probably going to have a dramatic fight with. And Shibuya had banded together to help fight crime in their neighborhoods. At this point, however, things had flipped around completely, and they became a gang of street punks themselves. Yep, that's Achi's old friend.
I turned to the dark side. Now that's a story!
It had the makings of it for an interesting article, to be sure, but tracking down the gang would take time. Minorikawa was personally intrigued about the one about organ harvesting in Shibuya. The rumor was that organs were being smuggled out of Southeast Asia and fenced locally at a tremendous price. There was even a plan to ascertain the authenticity of these claims. Fascinating. If Minorikawa was to be spending all day gathering other material, though, he didn't have much time to spare for it. Shibuya Now. The rise and fall of Shibuya's vigilante squad. Black market organ traffic in Shibuya? Minorikawa decided that one of those 3 would have to go. He thought about it long and hard as he stared at the draft proposal. Oh god, there was a good chance he'd really screw himself over if he picked the wrong one. Okay, finally he decided to cut. I think the hardest to investigate is going to be the organ trafficking. Because I at least know that B is part of the fucking plot. So, and Shibuya Now, he could just make up any random bullshit. So, this is going to be the hardest to get material for. Finally, he decided to cut black market organ trafficking in Shibuya. His potential to be the most interesting. Exactly, but getting the material would take way too long. His goal was to just make sure that the gossip made it to press at all. That's what I thought. Society of Surveillance. Where are they now? Sexy squared. Those 3 pieces as individuals slated for interviews. But no appointment made with any of them. Unscheduled interviews were a dicey prospect. Minorikawa decided to call them up on his cell as he made his way down the list. The only one he managed to get hold of was Shinosuke Oarai from Where Are They Now piece. Former broadcast writer, has appeared on various popular variety shows on commercial network Sun TV. He currently heads up a small theater troupe known as the Wandering Angels, operating out of Shibuya. Later today, the troupe is putting on a performance at Theater Ace in Sakuragacho. He said he'd be willing to give a 15-minute interview after 2:30. Minorikawa sighed. He'd just have to get material from the others in a more impromptu fashion then. Putting his nose to the grindstone, he started throwing together a schedule for the day. Was it possible to get all that material and write it all up and still finish the whole thing by 8 o'clock?
Of course, for justice.
It was no use. No matter how much he tweaked it, none of his simulations ended with him having a proof ready on time. He just needed one more thing, and that was another writer. Minorikawa zoomed through his contacts list, calling up all the freelancers he knew. The results were depressing. Answering machines. We are sorry. The number you have called is not available. Please leave your message at the beep. Overseas on business. In the hospital. Currently doing time. Before long, he called everyone he could think of except for one. Novice freelancer Chiaki Iso. Chiaki was a bit of an odd duck. Our reporter was scared of talking to people. Damn, that's a interesting idea. Minorikawa had never known anyone getting so hopelessly flustered in a one-on-one setting. In such a rattled state as to be unable to speak. Chiaki's tendency to become flustered is famous among her freelance writer colleagues. Chiaki, what are you doing? Stick to video games. Once she conducted an hour-long interview during which she only managed to ask her interviewer's subject's name. Yet another chapter in the legend of hopelessly flustered Chiaki. If she couldn't talk to people, she certainly couldn't do interviews. And if she couldn't get any real interview content, she wouldn't be able to write much in the way of a copy. Would she come to his aid if asked? Quite probably. The issue was whether she would hinder more than help.
Huh.
I think B is gonna take too much time. Let's see. So I'm gonna choose A. I am not Mystery Theater. These are just visual novels. They don't require any skill to play. Okay.
No time for beggars to be choosers. Chiaki, get off your video games and Hajime and come over and help me.
Minorikawa decided to call up Chiaki. Oh my god! A sleepy voice? Really? The phone rang several times before a sleepy voice finally answered. Hello? Goddamn, I can't do that voice.
Chiaki, hi. It's Minorikawa, the ultimate reporter. Are you free today?
Oh, thanks, Mr. Theater. Oh, wow. She seemed thrown by the abrupt question.
Did you just wake up?
Huh? No, I mean... Well, yeah. Good morning. I think. Her voice still sounded half asleep.
So then, I'm guessing you don't have any work slated for today, as usual.
Pretty much. No work, no money, no food. Nothing to do except sleep and video games. If I'm not awake, I can't dwell on how hungry I am. She didn't sound well, almost like she literally didn't have anything to eat.
Well, I've got work for you. I'm over at the 4-star General Gossip. Get over here ASAP. For justice.
What? You really mean it? That seemed to finally wake her up.
Yeah, but hurry. This is a limited time offer.
Minorikawa decided he assigned Chiaki to the Shibuya Now piece.
I want you to start by getting interviews off the street around Shibuya Station.
Street interviews? Chiaki's voice came out as a nervous squeak. Street interviews? Mr. Mino, street interviews aren't really my,
Kid, you were just telling me how you couldn't afford to eat. Can you really afford to be picky right now?
I guess not.
The piece is called Shibuya Now. Just interview at least 10 people and get me an article by 6.
Okay. He quickly explained the kind of interviews he was after, then hung up.
Okay, I've gotten us another writer. We'll get through, Toyama, somehow.
Toyama shrugged gloomily.
Yes, well, the thing is, there's actually one more problem. Are you kidding me?
Minorikawa couldn't hide the irritation in his voice.
What is it now? The loan company is sending a debt collector over at 4 o'clock. But as you can imagine, I don't have a single yen to give them. That's definitely unjust. Less than ideal.
Hello, Jasmine. Welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you here before.
So, what's the plan? Well, they've said provisionally that if next month's issue gets published, they'll be willing to wait on repayment. Then there's no problem. The issue's coming out. Guaranteed. But they're not going to take my word on that anymore. I'm going to need to prove it. If we could fill, say, half of the 12 pages by the time they show up, I could probably convince them. All right. My God, you drive a hard bargain.
Minorikawa said wearily.
So for starters, we need 6 pages by 4.
They had to get all 12 pages done as it was. That made a perfect midpoint to shoot for.
Now, before I begin, any other problems you'd like to let me know about? Is the building gonna collapse at 6? No.
Toyama said.
No, that's all. I really am sorry about this, Minorikawa.
Again, he bowed his head low. Minorikawa felt distinctly awkward. He had known Toyama for years and never been kowtowed to this before.
Yeah, well, just let me handle it, all right?
Minorikawa unfolded a map of Shibuya. The first order of business was deciding where to begin getting content. He marked the editing office with a circle, then considered where to head next. Diet Drink Sales Demo, Center Guy. Where are they now? Sakuragoka Theater Ace. Society of Surveillance, Dogonzaka, Endo Electronics. Okay, Dogonzaka is where we should go. Because he can get that as well as the interview for the frickin' gang there, because that's where Achi is. So I think I should definitely go there. Sexy Squared, Midoriyama Academy. A university associated with Midoriyama High School. Notable alumni include famous actress Masami Nagahama and National High School Baseball Championship winning pitcher, the Tissue Prince. Okay, that's an interesting name. Its educational philosophy is summed up in its slogan, words, skill, and beauty. That sounds like something out of an anime. A very high percentage of winners of the Miss Midoriyama contest go on to careers in the entertainment industry. Shibuya Vigilantes, location TBD. The Diet Drink Sales Demo was at 1, and the interview with Shinosuke Orai for Where Are They Now was slated for 2:30, so those times were set. The question is what to do in the interim.
Huh. Another dilly of a pickle.
Yeah, definitely go to Joganzaka. Because if he goes to Center Guy, he's just going to destroy everything. It was a bit of a hike, but maybe we should go to Joganzaka and check out Endo Electronics. Yeah, that should give him what he needed to put together a society of surveillance piece.
Okay, I'm heading out. And don't even think about doing anything else stupid while I'm gone. Got it?
Minorikawa hustled out of the editing office, hoping Toyama would take his admonition to heart. Exiting the building, he hopped into the taxi that was waiting outside. Yep! Okay, so that was actually a good thing that I had the taxi wait outside.
Thanks for waiting. Can you get me to Dogonzaka ASAP? It's a matter of crucial justice. Son of a bitch.
Minorikawa bristled.
I beg your pardon. That son of a bitch you wanted to give a piece of your mind, sir. Was he waiting for you like you expected? Oh, yeah. And I damn well did get my piece of my mind, too. Glad to hear it, sir.
The taxi sped off. Did he tell him where to go? I guess he did off screen. Minorikawa pulled out the proposal and looked over it again. The idea for the surveillance store revolved around the claim that hidden cameras had been installed throughout Shibuya shopping districts, upwards of 500 of them. Supposedly, these had eliminated lots of blind spots, and the crime rate in the area had dropped significantly. The cameras were managed by Daisuke Endo, the owner of Endo Electronics and chairman of the local downtown committee. That's Achi's father, I think, right? Achi Endo was his name. Oh my god, yeah, that's his father, so yeah, definitely. That was Minorikawa's first mission then. He needed to get this guy's story. I just remembered that. Achi's last name was Endo, so that's Achi's father. Scanning the side of the road, Minorikawa finally spotted a rundown electronics shop. The sign out front, which looks like it might fall off at any moment, read Braun Tube Workshop Endo Electronics.
Right here's fine.
The taxi stopped, and Minorikawa pulled a 10,000 yen bill from his wallet.
Keep the change. For justice!
He said.
What? Look, don't sweat it. The name's Minoru Minorikawa, ace writer. And I'm a freelance writer. I care about two things. What's real and what's true. Isn't that the same thing? Don't care. There's real worth to what you've done for me. That there's a token of my appreciation. It's not much, but please take it.
Minorikawa slid out of the taxi and headed for the electronics store. Inside, Endo Electronics looks more like a mountain of hoarded junk than an actual business. Towering piles of ancient appliances stretch toward the ceiling. Old television sets with dial knobs. Oh, it really is Braun Tube Workshop. Leaning against computers with 5-inch floppy drives. I remember those. Oh my god. Wow, those are old even for me. The 5-inch floppies. Because, yeah, 3-inch floppies were used for quite a while, but the 5-inchers, forget it. They stopped using those in like fucking 2nd grade. Jeez. A storage medium for personal computers in production from 1976 to 2001. Really? 2001. Crazy. Paper? Well, I had no idea they ever made them out of paper. The magnetic discs are sheathed in paper or plastic jackets and are known for their tendency to flop around in one's hand. Technically speaking, they are 5.25 inches in diameter. Incidentally, Door, released in 1983, the debut title from this game's producer, Koichi Nakamura, was produced in a 5-inch floppy version. Aww. What possible use could there be for all this outdated stuff?
Mr. Endo, are you in here?
Minorikawa called out. Nobody came to greet him. The shop was definitely open, though. Surely the proprietor hadn't left it unattended.
Hey, Mr. Endo! Come on, I know you're in there.
After a short wait, Minorikawa heard sounds from the living space behind the shop. Oh, there's his dad. Zarmegas knows what I'm talking about. Yup, there you go. Don't copy that floppy. It's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. A door opened to reveal a tired-looking middle-aged man. Okay, God, what voice should I give him? God, there's too many guys in this game. Sorry. No, you know I don't really mean that. Just because of my inability to do enough guy voices. I'm gonna have to repeat some. Fuck berries. I hate doing that too much. Let's see. You know what? He's the father of the guy who I gave the battler voice to.
Hey, what do you want? Are you Mr. Endo?
Minorikawa asked.
I am.
The man said guardedly.
And I'm sorry, but I'm in the middle of something at the moment.
Oh, that's him. God damn it.
And I'm sorry, but I'm in the middle of something at the moment. Could y'all come back tomorrow? Please, just give me a minute. I'm a freelance writer. Name's Minorikawa. Minoru Minorikawa. Of justice.
Minorikawa showed Endo his business card.
I'm writing an article for 4-Star General Gossip. Huh. Magazine piece, huh? Precisely. So if I could just have a little of your time today,
The phone rang, cutting him off before he could get down to business.
I'm sorry. You'll have to excuse me for a moment.
Endo reached into the clutter and pulled out a telephone.
Hello, Endo Electronics.
The proprietor listened for a moment, then raised an eyebrow.
Yeah, that's a problem, all right. All right, understood.
Uh-oh, what is he involved in?
I'll try to get a hold of customer then.
Endo set the receiver back down.
What was that all about?
Minorikawa asked.
Oh, yesterday I sold a dry ice machine. Manufacturer just called and let me know the model is defective. Dang it. Defective? Apparently once it starts making dry ice, it won't stop. I need to tell the customer I had to recall the machine or refund their deposit.
I remember the dry ice machines. I remember they made the dry ice very slowly. Those machines. When we use them for science, because sometimes we need things cooled super low. Dry ice is a pain in the ass. You need to wear like super thick gloves to handle it and scoop it out. And if it touches your skin, it burns you because it's that cold.
Please give me a moment.
Endo sifted through some sales slips. Read a number off one and made a phone call. Nobody picked up on the other end, however.
That's right.
He grumbled to himself.
He said they had some performance today.
Oh my god.
Performance?
Minorikawa asked.
I sold it to a guy from some theater troupe. They're called the Modern Angels or some such.
Oh, perfect. Okay. That's something he needed to do anyway. He was going there to him anyway. Okay, interesting. A theater troupe run by Shinosuke Orai. This afternoon at 5:30 p.m. they're performing their 22nd piece, Au revoir. Right now, all the actors are already at the theater except for Akiyomi Mondo, who plays the rival of the main character Ryu. The angry production chief has sent his assistant to Mondo's apartment, but he does not yet know what awaits him there. Continued in the tale of the Wandering Angels, episode 2. 6 episodes in all. Wow, that's a short season. Oh my god. The Wandering Angels? That was Shinosuke Orai's theater troupe. Minorikawa had an interview with them booked for 2:30.
Anyhow, what can I do for y'all?
Minorikawa hastily explained what he was after. Endo gave him a dubious look.
As I said earlier, I'm a bit busy right now. Busy cleaning up, I hope. How do you get anything done in this mess? Well, are you this rude to all your interview subjects? 5 minutes! Just give me 5 minutes of your time, please. For justice. You gotta be joking. Go on, get the hell out of here.
Endo headed for his back room in a huff.
Fine. Then I'll just have to write about what you've already told me. Namely, that Endo Electronics sells defective merchandise. Huh? Just what are you implying? Did you or did you not sell that theater troupe a defective piece of equipment? Look, I'm gonna get in touch with them as soon as... Well, I'm betting they're in a hurry preparing their performance. I doubt you'll be getting through to them today.
Endo bit his lip.
Now that I have your attention,
Minorikawa said,
let's make a deal! What kind of deal? A deal of justice? I'm meeting with a member of the Wandering Angels a little later today.
This has got to be the right path. It's so involved.
I can let them know about the dry ice machine for you. In exchange, all you have to do is give me my interview.
Endo scowled.
And where's your proof that you'll be meeting with the Wandering Angels? I might take advantage of a guy when he's down.
Minorikawa replied.
But one thing I'm not is a liar.
The shopkeeper took a few moments to think about it.
Fine. Present reporters. 5 minutes. That's all you get.
Minorikawa whipped his notepad out of his coat like he was drawing a gun.
Then let's get right down to it, shall we? Go on right ahead. So, I hear that over 500 surveillance cameras have been installed throughout Shibuya's shopping districts. Yes, that's right. Why so many? Well, we used to have a lot of delinquents in town.
Young people who act rowdy or cause trouble, often at arcades or convenience store parking lots, and who frequently resort to petty theft and other mischief, also referred to in more outmoded terms as ruffians or hoodlums. Endo said the word with marked distaste.
Oh yeah, I remember there being some problem kids around. They were real punks. They vandalized my signs and it was my storehouse. They were just awful. Oh, I see.
Minorikawa scribbled diligently in his notepad.
Heck, my own son, here we go. Put together a sort of vigilante squad to help teach those punks a lesson. Wait. Vigilante squad? I've hit the jackpot. Whoa, hold up right there for a second.
Minorikawa jutted out his hand to interrupt. This guy's son was part of the vigilante squad? What a stroke of luck! Maybe you could also provide some info for the article on the gangs of Shibuya.
sorry. I don't mean to get too far off topic here. But could you tell me the name of this group your son belongs to? They call themselves the SOS Brigade.
Originally a group of well-meaning young people who would get together to fall downtown as sort of vigilante squad trying to keep Shibuya clean and safe. In those days, the group never engaged in theft or other criminal activities. More recently, however, SOS Brigade has become one of the biggest gangs in Shibuya, resorting to defacing public property with graffiti, shoplifting, and shaking people down for cash.
Priding themselves on being the top gang in Shibuya and all that.
The top gang in Shibuya?
Did I really just hit the jackpot right here?
Yes, you did.
Not to pat on my back, myself on the back, but go me. All I have to do is step outside and the story finds me. I think I might be a natural at this. I am some kind of god. Just goes to show for the ultimate reporter. As it so happens, I'd also like to interview people from SOS Brigade. Would you be able to put me in touch with your son? Yeah, sure. You also know that my son isn't in the gang anymore.
Damn it. I guess so. Yeah, okay, yeah, now we continue with Achi. Okay, good.
Hitomi, look!
There it was. A blue van had appeared nearby, parked in a spot that had been empty previously. Achi couldn't see what was inside, but there was definitely something fishy about it. Besides, there weren't any other blue cars around, so this had to be it. He'd been right. The crooks had come back after all.
I'm gonna go take a quick look.
Achi said.
You wait here.
But before he could carry out his plan, Hitomi jumped to her feet. Without a word, she rushed toward the van. Hold on! I said wait! Oh, that was him.
Hold on! I said wait!
She wasn't slowing down. Achi caught hold of her arm.
Wait, this could be dangerous. What if the kidnapper's in there?
And what if my sister's in there? I have to go help her. Achi knew full well what it was like to be impulsive. But this was one situation where cooler heads would have to prevail. We can't just hang out here.
What if the car takes off again?
That's why I said I was gonna go take a look first.
But isn't that dangerous? What if they do something?
Oh, goddammit, have I? Yeah, it had to happen eventually. It happened in seabed all the time. NVL, people. This is NVL. What it does to you. Ah, jeez. What if the car takes off again?
That's why I said I was gonna take a look first.
But isn't that dangerous? What if they do something to my sister because some random guy comes snooping around?
Oh, huh. Yeah, you got a good point.
Achi thought as fast as he could. The criminal told Hitomi to get in the van. There had to be some specific reason for that. What if they were planning to abduct her as well? Whatever the case, he couldn't just let her go. He had to make a snap decision. Let's see. Alone or together? If they go together, she might get in the way, but if he goes alone, they might kidnap her when, I think they should go together, because, if they have guns and try to shoot him, they wouldn't risk hitting her if she got close.
Okay, let's go together. Does that work for you? Please, we have no idea who or what we might run into.
Hitomi gave a slight nod. All right, she said. But let me go first and you follow, okay?
Got it.
Achi replied. Achi waited as Hitomi started walking, then followed her at a distance, so it wouldn't look like they were together. She headed straight for the van. Two men got out of the car, neither of them Japanese. Achi picked up his pace and continued to close the distance fast. One of the men approached Hitomi and said something to her. She gave an affirming nod. Suddenly, the two men grabbed her from either side. They dragged her to the van and shook her into the back seat. Achi broke into a sprint. Of course it was a trap. He couldn't guess what their whole plan was, but kidnapping Hitomi was obviously part of it. Before he could reach the vehicle, the door slid shut. God damn it. Bad end. The van split off an instant later. Achi raced after it. He ran as hard as he could, thinking of nothing else. He couldn't give up now. Couldn't let things end like this. He made a promise. No quitting halfway, and no turning his back on someone in trouble. But the car kept getting further and further away. God damn it, when I said together, I thought they were gonna go together. Not her walk like 10 feet in front of him or something. God damn it. Not her go alone, which is what it amounted to. Fucking hell. But the car kept getting further and further away. Before long, it was the blue specks of Endo's cityscape. No! Yeah. Achi never saw Hitomi again. Oof. Do I even need this hint? I pretty much know exactly what to do. Look, I didn't... The thing that was really fucking misleading. I said go together, not her go alone and then me follow behind her. Fucking hell.
Look, just let me go first. I don't want to put you at any risk.
Hitomi's determination wavered at the look in Achi's eyes.
Please, we have no idea who or what we might run into. If I think they're going to try and run off again, I'll give some signal. Then you can come along, and I doubt they'd be interested in leaving then.
Hitomi gave a reluctant nod. Please, be careful.
Will do.
And tell me if my sister's in there.
I will. You can count on it.
Achi stepped out into the open and started walking toward the van. He tried his best to look as if he wasn't paying it any attention.
Yeah, I'm just an ordinary nonchalant passerby.
As he got near, he tried to sneak a glimpse inside. The van's dark window film made it hard to see who might be inside, or even how many people. Casually, he moved closer to get a better look. Suddenly, the sliding door burst open and several people jumped out. None of them were Japanese. Within moments, Achi was surrounded.
Whoa, what? Hey, what's the deal?
Achi said. He let out a little chuckle.
Man, that thing must be packed. How many seats you got in that thing anyway?
He took another step toward the vehicle and looked inside. Oh God. One of the men pulled a knife from inside his jacket, thrusting it out in Achi's direction. He probably meant it as a simple threat. But on reflex, Achi went into self-defense mode, kicking him right in the jaw. There was a loud crack as his foot connected. The man dropped out like a light. The other stared, then rushed him. Well, this sure hadn't got his plan.
Too late to take it back now.
The damage was done. Achi was going to have to take out the rest of these punks, too. He nimbly shifted his feet, evading their initial attack. Having to take these guys on 3-1 wasn't going to be pretty. Achi! Oh, that was shitty. Achi! He heard Hitomi cry out. Crap. He hadn't given any signal, but she had come out of hiding anyway.
Hitomi, stay back!
How was he supposed to fight off 3 guys and protect her at the same time? How was he supposed to fight off 3 guys and protect her at the same time? What could he do? What should he do? Within moments, a large number of passerbys had gathered around the fight. Maybe they'd heard Hitomi shouting.
Hey dude, what's going on?
Oh my God, is that a knife?
This ain't just some pretty squabble.
Someone call the police! I'm sorry, hold on. I just need to take a little break for a couple of seconds. I'll be back ASAP. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh my god, is that a knife?
This ain't just some pretty squabble.
Someone called the police! Someone that began taking photos with their cell phones. One of the men cursed in frustration, and then signaled for his buddies to get back in the car. Achi couldn't stop them. The engine roared to life and the van sped away. Knowing he'd never catch them on foot, Achi merely watched it go. Sorry, Void Dweller. He'd failed. This was his fault, all of it. Achi bit his lip hard. How could he possibly face Hitomi now? Achi. Hitomi's voice was hollow, empty. Achi stared down at his feet like a scolded child.
I'm sorry. I didn't see whether your sister was in there or not.
I see. The words, so simple and matter-of-fact, stung him to the heart.
I'm so sorry.
But Hitomi simply shook her head. The fact that she wasn't even chewing him out made him feel all the worse. Oh boy.
I know I messed up, but
He was gonna say I'll make up for it, somehow, but he froze in fear at what he saw next. Oh god! Across the street, staring at them, was the man with the cane.
Hitomi, it's him!
They had to get out of here. He grabbed Hitomi by the hand and bolted down to Gonzaka. The assassin followed, staying on his side of the road. How nice of him. Achi wasn't sure what to do. Should they try heading into the alleys and side streets again? No. There's more dangerous at some place where there'd be fewer witnesses. Best stick to Gonzaka for now. The men wouldn't be able to gun them down if they managed to lose themselves in the crowd along center guy first. Besides, the guy had to use a cane. Achi and Hitomi get out running. Hand in hand, they sped along Gonzaka through the intersection in front of the 109 building. Doesn't it, Mystery Theater? It totally reminds me of that.
Come on, Hitomi. Just a little further.
Okay. She was panting, but she pressed on. Achi risked a glance back over his shoulder.
Huh?
He stopped in surprise. What's wrong? Hitomi asked.
That guy. He's not following us.
The slope leading down to the intersection wasn't all that steep, Yep, several plainclothes detectives have been hiding amidst the crowd in the intersection as part of the kidnapping stakeout. Right now, Director Kuze is sending a message to all officers over the wireless, and so the detectives have stopped to listen in. It's a bit unusual, and an observant individual might notice. It was strange that the gunman hadn't bothered to pursue. Still, there was no time to worry about his behavior right now.
Hitomi, can you still run?
Yes, I'm alright.
This is our chance. This way!
Means you put plenty of distance between them before the assassin came after them again. But they also need to find the van again and rescue Tomi's sister. Were they able to find it and stay hidden from the man with the cane? Achi wasn't sure one way or the other. But with Hitomi and tow, he first hurried onward along Center Guy. To be continued. Here we go. Okay, we got the end of Achi's story here. Now let's go back to Minorikawa.
As it happens, I'd also like to interview people from SOS. Would you be able to put me in touch with your son?
Yeah, I made it. I would have been without bad ends except for that fucking misleading choice.
Yeah, sure. You know that my son isn't in the gang anymore. Oh.
Minorikawa hesitated.
Guess he's of no use to me then. Oh, believe me, I know how you feel.
The look on Endo's face spoke volumes. There was no point in interviewing Endo's son if he wasn't with the gang anymore. God damn it. Figured that Minorikawa's run of good luck would end eventually. Still, he'd gotten a lead in the form of a name, SOS. That was progress.
Alright, so back to the matter at hand.
He flipped his notepad back open.
What'd you decide to do about all these juvenile delinquents? I set up a tiny little wave camera in order to protect my property.
Camera is designed to send video information to a computer via the internet. Look carefully and you can often spot them outside private residences and even on public streets, where they are installed for use in surveillance. Given the risks of transmitted data being intercepted, the images recorded by such cameras are generally encrypted to front playback by unauthorized third parties. Many landmarks and attractions make their camera footage publicly available online.
Oh, I see, and I'm guessing the webcam did the trick. Sure did. And so then all the other local businesses heard about it and started asking me to install some for them.
Web cameras aren't particularly
expensive, so it wasn't too tough to set them all up all over downtown. So, who's in charge of these security cameras? Members of the downtown business committee take turns. Members of the downtown business committee take turns. Cameras are connected via a wireless network. Business owners can access through the area.
A LAN. Oh yeah, we're talking about LAN because it's 2008 in this game. A LAN or local area network. A communication system that can only be used within a limited geographical area. A wireless LAN transmits using electronic signals. Although convenient because it does not require cable attachments, There was the risk of signals conveyed in this manner being intercepted by a third party.
How's your security for this wireless network? Oh, no problem on that front.
Endo seems surprised at the question.
Oh, no problems on that front.
Endo seems surprised at the question.
All the footage sent over the network is fully encrypted.
Encryption is the process of including data so it's indecipherable by a third party. Restoring encrypted data to its initial form requires what is called a key, a program designed for this purpose. There are two main types of such cryptographic systems: secret key cryptograms. Crypto systems use the same key for both encryption and decryption. Public key crypto systems use a public key to encrypt the data, but require a private key known by the recipient in order to decrypt.
But still, people can't feel too good about their being recorded on camera without their knowledge, don't you think?
Minorikawa asked. The shopkeeper's expression darkened. I'm guessing it's him talking.
We hope to strike a balance between crime prevention and protecting individual privacy. Uh-huh. And who determines what that balance is?
Minorikawa let out a note of challenge slip into his voice. Who's the...
That'll be me. I've been entrusted with the management of the security cameras.
Oh wow, we're gonna use this in the future.
Oh, I see. So essentially you're providing your own moral oversight. Now, are you implying that I'm abusing my authority?
Endo shot back.
I see, so you're providing your own moral oversight. Are you implying that I'm using my authority?
Endo shot back.
I'm doing this in the name of public order. Right, you've had your 5 minutes. Now get out of here.
That's very dangerous. The shopkeeper stood up and headed into the back.
I'll be sure to let the Wandering Angels know about the dry ice machine.
Minorikawa hollered at the closing door. Endo didn't reply. Minorikawa had gotten enough of a story to put an article together, so decided to hurry to a coffee shop and get started on some coffee. He was making his way downtown, along Dogonzaka, when his cell phone rang. Minorikawa had gotten enough of a story to put an article together. Woo! So he decided to hurry to a coffee shop and get started on some coffee. He was making his way down along Dogonzaka when his cell phone rang. The incoming call display showed Chiaki's name.
Chiaki, what's going on?
She sounded like she was on the verge of tears.
What's no use?
I can't do this. I just can't talk to people passing by in the street.
What? Why not?
It's just that everyone's so busy when they're walking past. If I should interrupt them, they're gonna be all mad at me.
Well, who the hell cares if they get mad?
Minorikawa was really starting to ripping his hair out. I don't want them to be mad at me. She whimpered again. Well, this wasn't about what she wanted, was it? She was supposed to be welcoming, not whining.
Look, Chiaki, you need to get me those interviews, period. Do I make myself clear for justice?
He hung up before she could squeeze in an objection.
Damn it!
Minorikawa muttered.
Just what I needed. One more thing to worry about.
He pulled at his hair a few times, then cast his worried gaze in the direction of Shibuya Station. To be continued. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna say something that I'm really sorry about. I don't know what it is today. I am, like, you probably can tell by how I've slowed down. I have become overcome with tiredness here. Now we're gonna check back in with Osawa and Tama next time. Osawa especially needs definitely to go forward, and Tama, well, her thing should be cleared, but hey, we cleared 2 more people today. I am so sorry, you guys. Seriously, you guys, I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on. I am just overcome with a wave of tiredness, so it'll be a bit of a short stream today. I'll try to make it up to you guys next time. Ah, boy, Dweller, that's way too nice to me. Thank you all so much for coming to the stream. We're gonna continue on Friday, and on Thursday we continue with Archinelico. So until then, for either one, whichever or both you're watching to, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.